All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're breaking down Mo Gawdat's incredibly urgent message about the future of AI, the nature of our work, and, honestly, how we're supposed to survive it all. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the huge global crises we're all feeling, then zoom in on how that's impacting us personally. And finally, we'll explore a totally new way to think about our purpose in this crazy new world.
Wow. I mean, that's a heavy statement, right? So let's dive into that. To really get what Gawdat is saying, you have to understand the sheer scale of the challenge he's laying out. It's not just one thing. He's saying it's everything, all happening at once.
He calls it the perfect storm. And the idea is that we're not just facing one single problem. We're facing a bunch of massive disruptions that are all converging and hitting their breaking point at the exact same time.
And what's so powerful about this is how it reframes that anxiety we all feel. It's not just random separate issues like the economy or climate or tech. No, it's one massive, interconnected global event. So here are the 5 core drivers he identifies. You've got economics, geopolitics, climate, and then the 2 big tech ones, AI and synthetic biology. But here's the kicker. He sees AI as this massive accelerant, basically pouring gasoline on all the other fires and making everything happen so much faster. And this is where it gets really chilling. He puts a timeline on it. And he's not talking about some distant sci-fi future. He's talking about the next 12 to 24 months. He's suggesting we are right on the edge of this 12 to 15-year window of total human-led chaos, just amplified by all this new technology. Okay, so let's bring this down from the global level to the personal. Because this perfect storm isn't just happening out there, it's happening inside our own heads too.
This is the big question, right? In a world that feels like it's constantly on fire, how do you not get burned out? Gawdat argues that before we can even think about fixing the world, we desperately need a framework to manage our own internal stress.
So he proposes this simple but honestly really powerful tool. He calls it the TONN framework. Think of it like a personal stress inventory, a way to finally get a clear picture of what's actually weighing you down.
It's a 4-part checklist. Is the pressure you're feeling from a major T trauma, like losing a job? Or is it from your own internal obsessions, those stressful stories you keep telling yourself? Maybe it's the daily N nuisances, those 1,000 tiny cuts that add up. Or is it just the constant background noise of a chaotic world? Once you identify the source, you can actually start to deal with it.
Now, here's a really crucial point. Our personal burnout, it isn't just a random accident. Gawdat argues it's a direct symptom of a much, much larger societal illusion that, frankly, we've all bought into.
He makes this really provocative claim about our work lives, and it all boils down to this one number. What do you think you spend 80% of your time at work actually doing?
That's his take. Let that sink in for a second. He's suggesting most of our effort isn't even about being productive or creating value. It's just about performance, sending those emails, showing up to those meetings, basically just signaling that we're busy and we exist.
And this right here, this is the engine that drives our burnout culture. It's a system built on what he calls the big lie. This idea that more is always better. More growth, more speed, more progress. But he asks, is it actually making our lives any better? Or is it just making us run faster on a hamster wheel?
So if the old game is broken and the rules just don't make sense anymore, what do? Well, Gawdat says you stop trying to win it. Instead, you need to start playing a completely new game with different rules and a totally different way to score points.
And look, this isn't a game one person can play alone. As you can see here, it needs a coordinated shift across every single level of society, from policymakers and business leaders all the way down to us as individuals. We have to move away from just chasing profit and start prioritizing human resilience and well-being.
He uses this absolutely brilliant metaphor of life as a video game. The old game was all about investing in your avatar, your job title, your car, your house. The new game, he says, is about investing in the consciousness, the actual gamer holding the controller. It's about building wisdom, awareness, and connection that you get to keep after the game is over.
And this really is the crucial takeaway. In a world with AI, our most valuable skills are the ones machines can't replicate: connection, empathy, creativity. It's no longer just about financial ROI, it's about the human return. It's about what Gawdat calls the total cost of relationship, choosing the things that energize you, not just the things that pay you.
So this is the fundamental question he leaves us with. It's a prompt, really, for every single one of us to redefine what success actually means in a world where all the old definitions are becoming obsolete. What's your new human game?